Hi guys, it's Stacia here, and if this video looks a little different, it's because I'm testing out a new ring light, and I'll just go ahead and show you. And it's this thing here. I got this off of Amazon, and there's 3 little settings on it. And it's supposed to clip on your phone. Here, I'll show you. It's supposed to clip on your phone for selfies, but I thought maybe I can try it and it'll enhance my videos a little bit better. So, if it does, leave a comment down below and let me know if you like this better. I need to stretch my leg out. Ugh. Leave a comment down below if you like the light better or with the light off, and let me know because I am really interested to see if it helps at all. I guess editing me will find out later. But yeah, leave a comment down below, like this channel, and we're gonna go ahead and get into the review of this Ofra Pro palette. This is the Holiday Glow palette. I'm just gonna move that like that. I don't know. Anyway, this is the Holiday Glow palette from Ofra, and it looks like this. It's pretty cool. It is a thicker book. It kind of says this is Ofra Pro palette on the back. There's a little sticker on it. Let's see if we can remove that. I didn't even notice. Is it going to leave like sticky? Yeah, it's going to leave sticky, so we'll just leave that on. This is what the back looks like. And it says, one palette, multiple looks for your perfect holiday makeup look beyond and beyond, with a combination of eyeshadows, brush, bronzers, and highlighter. So we'll see. It comes with a pretty big mirror, as you can see my little ring light setup. That looks cool. Anyway, and then you open it up and you get the products here. It comes with this little plastic cover, which kind of irritates me, if I'm being honest. I don't like this. Like, how hard is it to just print the products on there? But you get a bronzer in Americana Bronzer is what it says. You get a highlight in Blissful, 4 blushes, 1 in Pink Satin, Apricot, B29, Candy Apple, and then you get 8 eyeshadows, Plastic, Essential, Winterberry, Gold Rush, Bohemian, Millennial Gold, Bark, Triple Black. So we're just going to open it up. I have a love-hate relationship with this palette. Yeah, that's really all I could say, is that there's part of this palette that I really love, and there's a part of this palette that I don't love. There's a foam overcert on here. This is this, and then the eyeshadows and the other products fit down into like a magnetic palette. As you can see, I had to like get it so I could get a hand on it, and then they click in. They click in and out of their little pans here, like that. So none of them are going to fall out, but they do come out so you can move them around if you wanted to, or switch them out with other eyeshadows and stuff. The only thing is that once you pull the eyeshadow out, and if you move them at all, there's no marking on the back to tell you what these eyeshadow names are. So if you move them and you put them in a Z palette, you're going to have to write on the bottom what they are, or else you don't know because you don't have this insert anymore. So that bugs me also. I just feel like if you're going to make a palette where you can remove the pans from the palette, put on the back what these products are, what brand they came from, because then how am I going to ever repurchase your products, or how, you know, if I take them out of here and so stuff like that. So that just kind of bugs me a little bit, but I digress. I like this idea that I could take, you know, I don't like this shade, I could take it out and replace it with another one, but it is kind of knocks for what I do, considering the fact that once I take this out, I'm going to forget that this one is called, I have to look at this sheet, Bohemian. I'm going to forget that this one's called Bohemian. Ah! This is called Bohemian. Also, I just felt like the eyeshadows were not that great. Like, I'm going to swatch this brown, and I'm really going to kind of get my finger in there. And it looks okay on my finger, but once I go to put it on the back of my hand, like, do you see that? It looks no good. Like, it looks pretty bad. Let me get an eyeshadow brush and see if I can do a swatch with a brush for you and see what you think, if it's any different. Wipe it off. I'm going to use this one. It's just by Anastasia at Beverly Hills. And I'm going to swirl my brush in it and it applies more evenly with a brush, but there's just like not much pigmentation there. There's no pigmentation, and it just drives me crazy. This black is not that much better. It comes out very gray. When you dip your finger in it, again, it's gonna look good. You go to put it on the back of your hand, and it's better. It is better, I will give it that, but it's still like, it's just not that great, and it's kind of chalky, and I just wasn't impressed. These two were the only two really matte eyeshadows in the palette, and I did use this brown ever so slightly just to kind of darken my crease a tiny bit, because I just didn't feel like up here there was really a dark crease shade that I could use. But I did use this red color, and I believe this one's called Winterberry. Yes, this one in the crease, it's called Winterberry. But this one's more of a satin shade. In the pan, it looks matte, but once you get it on the back of your hand, it definitely has a sheen to it, as you can see. And it's a beautiful shade. I really do love it. It has like a dual chrome, like a pink dual chrominess to it, which I think is gorgeous. And the shimmers are much better than these mattes down here. The shimmers are pretty decent. Let me just go ahead and do quick swatches of the other ones for you. But I feel like in general I can find shadows with the same quality, if not better, at drugstores or just in other eyeshadows. There are some of them that are exceptional, like this gold shade here, which is called Gold Rush, is really good, as you can see, and it swatches really nicely, like, yeah, really nicely. So that one is a good shade, and I do like the shades that are in here, but I don't feel like you can really complete a complete look. I did a look with this palette today, but I had to go into my Jeffree Star palette with some Courtney here, just to kind of like bring it up a little bit as like a transition shade or whatever. And then I went in the crease with this red shade here, and I'm in a little bit in the outer corners there, and I dragged it kind of out a ways. And then I went on the lid with Essential here, which is a nice color, but it kind of dies a little bit once you put it on your face. Like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. When I kind of put it on my lid and then I was trying to blend out the harsh lines, it kind of like goes away, which is definitely not what you want in an eyeshadow. This white shade here called Plastic is nice, but again, it kind of like goes away on the skin a little bit when you're blending. So I'm just not a huge fan. That shade's okay, but again, it's like just not as pigmented as I would want. I just don't think the eyeshadows in here are really worth it for me. I just don't think they're good. However, the face products in here are pretty nice. I love this Americana Bronzer. It is just the right shade for me. Like, it looks a little warm on the skin, but I just take my big, let me see if I can find it. This is the brush I use, and I literally just like go like that because this is a very pigmented, and I'll tap it off, and then I'll just kind of like blend it on my cheek, especially up on this cheekbone area. I'll blend a little bit on my forehead, down here onto my cheek, a little bit on my third chin, if you know what I mean. And I love it. If it gets a little harsh, I'll go in with a powder brush with some powder on it, and I'll just kind of blend it out a little bit just to kind of like, you know, calm her down, simmer her down, if you know what I mean. And I love that. I think it's just gorgeous. It is really beautiful. It is similar, I think, to what you're hearing is all my makeup shifting around in a bag, to the Tarte Park Avenue Princess. I think they are similar, but this one's a little bit darker and a little warmer. This one's a little warmer, this one's a little darker, and I like both of them, but this one is gorgeous. So I do love that bronzer, and that's probably one of the reasons why I'll keep this palette, although I could just transfer this over to a Z palette and then mark on the bottom what it is, but that's frustrating that I even have to do that. This highlighter also is beautiful. It's super soft. I've always wanted to try Ofra highlighters, and it is gorgeous, and it is pretty. Like, It's nice, and I use this as a highlight, not a highlighter because it's too dark for me as a highlighter, but I'll use this on my eyes, and it is gorgeous. But I don't know, like, I'm just not all over impressed with this. If it was lighter, I would love this. Like, I would use this all over my face all the time. But it's too dark for me, which is fine. I get that, you know, not every highlighter can be light enough for me, and not every highlighter can fit this pasty white complexion, I know. But it is stunning. It is really pretty. And then the 4 blush shades here, I like that they have a lot of options for you. Like, they have a light one here, an apricot. Yeah. And then they have, like, you know, 2 medium toned and then a dark one. I love that they do that. I love a bright poppy blush. I love blushes. These are nice. They do feel a little chalky, if I'm being honest, but oh god, it's awful. Jeffree Star, don't judge me. I'm just kidding. Throwing a little shade there, but no, I love him. He's cool. But you know, they are a little chalky, but they are pretty nicely pigmented. A little bit maybe too pigmented. They feel almost gritty, which is weird. They do have a weird consistency. But this one is really soft here, though. They are different consistencies for each one, which is weird. But yeah, these swatches are awful. I'm so sorry. I'm so awful at this. But yeah, they are gorgeous shades. I do love the blushes. I'm wearing, which one am I wearing today? I'm wearing this one here today. I didn't really want to wear a blush from this palette because I felt like it didn't really go with my eye look, any of the colors in here. Which is also kind of a bone that I have to pick, is that the blushes for me just don't really go with what you have for the eyes. Like, I don't know. They don't, for me, these blushes don't go with the rest of this palette. Like, I don't know. Just wouldn't be my choice of blush. But I did wear this one today, which is Candy Apple, and I do like it. It looks really nice. I like a big bold blush, poppy blush, like I said. So I do love this palette. I love, that's a strong word, isn't it? I do like this palette. I love this bronzer here, and I do like some of these shimmer eyeshadows, but they're definitely not my favorite. I definitely feel like you can get better shimmer eyeshadows than this somewhere else. I like these blushes, but again, I just don't feel like they go with the rest of the palette, and I feel like, you know, you could find better blushes too. I hate to say that, but these are awful. These are absolutely awful. You can find better black eyeshadows than that in, let me open up this palette right here, if I can. You can find a better black eyeshadow in this drugstore palette right here. Yeah, 10,000 times better. Then in this $45, $55, I don't remember how much this is. I'll link this palette down below just in case you want to check it out. This highlighter is nice, just too dark for me. Bronzer, amazing. Eyeshadows, mediocre at best. Mediocre, not really going with, awful. Awful. Bad. Great mirror, decent packaging. I'm just not a huge fan of the idea that with this thing, like, if I'm paying $45, put the name on the eyeshadows, put them on the back, something, anything, please. I don't know. Overall, not super impressed with this eyeshadow palette. If it wasn't for that bronzer that I just fell in love with right here, I probably would get rid of this palette. Maybe I'll depot that eyeshadow, bronzer, and get rid of the rest. I don't know. I just, I would stray away from this. I know there's tons of brands coming out with amazing holiday collections that are just stunning, and I just think that this is lacking luster for me compared to some of the other, you know, holiday collections that you can get. And I know that, you know, there's a lot of other brands that produce beautiful, beautiful eyeshadow palettes and face palettes, and I just don't think that this is up to par with the others. I do like Ofra. I'm wearing one of their liquid lipsticks today. I don't know what color it is because, again, that's another one of my pet peeves. Is completely off topic, but I hate it when all this stuff rubs off of, like, packaging, because then I can't tell you what this is, and I don't know what it is. It's one of their liquid lipsticks, and it is nice. I do like it, but this one, I also have had an eyebrow pencil I've also had an eyebrow pencil by them, and I liked it, but I just don't feel like this is really that good. Oh, I'm sorry. I know people had other issues with the Pro palettes that they released that had all eyeshadows in them, and I just don't think this is up to par. I'm sorry. I just don't like it. I don't like it. But yeah, no, I'm just not a fan, guys. I'm sorry. Maybe, you know, maybe you guys, I almost just dropped the palette. Maybe you guys, you know, you would love it because of this highlighter here and these blushes. You know, maybe you guys would love this. And if you see this and you're going, this palette screams me, then maybe you would love it. I'm not saying that, but maybe just because I don't like it doesn't mean it won't work for you. But I just personally would not recommend this palette to you guys. I just wouldn't. I just don't like it. I don't like it. I'm sorry. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next video. Sorry you ended so abruptly, but goodbye. Also, let me know how you think of this ring light thing. Is it better without or with? Let me know. I want to know. Anyway, I'll see you guys next video. Bye.